Hey everybody, Nate here, coming to you this time from my basement. Um, it's late on a Wednesday night, possibly early Thursday morning at this point. This is my weekend, so I'm being a little bit of a rebel and staying up late. Um, Actually, everybody's just asleep upstairs, and I didn't want to wake anybody up, so super rebellious of me, right? Um, no, I've been seeing and feeling some things over the past week or so, and really it has ramped up over the last few days. It feels like, and I really just wanted to kind of just come on here and sort of say a few things about it and address it. Um, what I've been seeing and feeling is just really a lot of people really feeling a lot of anxiety about the way that things are going right now, and a lot of folks expressing a feeling that their mental well-being is sort of slipping a little bit with everything that's going on. And I would imagine, the isolation aspect being probably a big part of that. So I just wanted to again come on and address it. I don't like hearing when people that I care about are feeling that way. So I wanted to just, impart a few things if I could and try to help. I hope that it does. So yeah, really, that's kind of what this is going to be all about here. A quick little aside that I thought was kind of funny. A friend of mine, Jay, he on Instagram has been doing for like the last week or two, uh, two live broadcasts each day, one in the morning, one in the evening. Um, and it's just a little conversation, a guided meditation, just to kind of project some positivity back out there into the world. And it's been great. And you should absolutely, if you're on Instagram, go follow his page. It's the one called Jai. And yeah, get in on those conversations because it's been very good. Um, but anyway, with these things that I was kind of feeling and seeing earlier today, actually, I was writing some things down, and then this evening he got on and did his second live broadcast for the day, and really kind of touched on exactly some of the things that I had been thinking and I had literally just been writing, and so I just kind of sat there like, oh man, I was just writing this, and a lot of it was different words, but very much the same message. So I just thought that was a kind of an interesting little synchronicity. But anyway, into what I was really wanting to impart here. One of the first things is actually a quote from the Oracle at Delphi. I think a fairly well-known quote, so you may know it, but here it is. Heed these words, you who wish to probe the depths of nature. If you do not find within yourself that which you seek, neither will you find it outside. If you ignore your own house, how do you expect to find other wonders? In you is hidden the treasure of treasures. Know thyself, and you will know the universe and the gods. So, I think, as I was saying before in a previous video, don't look at this current situation as being stuck or unable to do anything. Really try to change your perspective and look at it as an opportunity to really tune back in to yourself, to really begin to know thyself again. um, but at the same time, I want to make sure folks know too that you're absolutely not alone either. This is something that we're all in it together, and I think it might sound kind of cheesy, but I think the ocean analogy is really fitting for this. Being that each of us are individual, unique drops. Um, but we're all part of that whole. We're all part of that whole ocean. We each make that up, and so what affects one of us affects all of us, and that can be positive or negative. So you know take some comfort in that, knowing that you're absolutely not alone in feeling what you're feeling. That those feelings, like I said, I've been feeling it. Sort of just it reverberates, and we all sort of feel that collectively. So you're not alone in that, but we can help that, and we can change that. And that's what I want more of us to start doing, is putting out the things that are going to help take that anxiety away. Um, so, with that whole ocean thing, you might wonder, okay, well, what holds all this together? And I'm glad that you asked. Thank you. Um, what holds it together is really the most powerful force at work in the universe. It's an incredible energy, and it's called love. Now, you're going to have to let go of some of the images that may conjure up in your mind. Um, because that's what you're probably thinking of is not exactly what I'm talking about. The word love, I think, has gotten thrown around extremely loosely in recent times. I mean, in nearly the same breath, we can say, "Oh my God, I love pizza," and then turn around and tell our child that we love them too. So obviously, there's a big difference between pizza and your child, and the level of love that you feel for pizza and your child. I hope there's a big difference there. Um, but even the love for your child, I mean, as strong and as intense as that is, that still doesn't encompass what I'm referring to. What I'm talking about is absolutely a force. It's an energetic field, it's a vibratory frequency. It's something that we can access. It lives within us, and it lives all around us. um, it is, like in the quote, it is the treasure that lives within us. And you can find that when you begin to know thyself again, and therefore begin to know the universe and God. And I mean, put whatever word you want on that, whether it's God or the Great Spirit or, creative source, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing, honestly. Um, so whatever you choose to use there. So now, with what folks are feeling right now, a good question to ask is, okay, well, what is the opposite of love? And of course, the knee-jerk answer to that, of course, is hate. But I don't believe that to be true. I think the opposite of love is fear. Um, everything, nearly everything negative can be traced, virtually everything can be traced back to fear. Hate is rooted in fear. Um, and of course, what are we getting pumped full of every single day right now? Fear. Um, Fear is the centerpiece, really, of all the dark and negative shit that goes on um, every single day in our world. Um, and I think it's absolutely the reason for the anxiety and the mental unrest that a lot of folks are feeling right now. So what do we do about it? We change our vibrational state. Um, how do we do that? Okay, well, there's a number of ways that we can do that. One of which is really paying attention, and with things right now, we're being very, um, in some ways, limited, but we can really look at what we're eating, what we're putting into our bodies. That's a very big thing. We want to be putting in what's going to serve our bodies best, and it has a lot to do with our state of being, what we're putting into our bodies. So that's something that we can keep in mind. Meditate as much as you can, anytime that you can. That's going to be a big, big help. Um, Read. I mean, we've got more time now, a lot of us do. So read, learn. Knowledge is power, as they say. So do that as much as you can. Stay as present as much as possible. Stay in the present moment as much as you can, and really be conscious about the thoughts that are going on inside you, because that's ultimately what you're putting back out there into the world. So try to be as conscious as you can of your thoughts. Um, Everything in the world begins with a thought. Everything. A guy that I really like to listen to, his name's Mark Passio. He put it like this: we think, so we feel, so we act. So basically, what he's saying is our thoughts create feelings, and those feelings lead to actions. So when we're pumped full of fear every single day, I mean, that's going to create certain feelings inside of us, and then can determine, our actions or our state of being from that point. So we have to really try to tune away from fear, and really tune back in, to ourselves, and get back on the proper frequency. Um, I mean, it's really just simply something that we have to make time for. Um, so, I mean, even if it's 60 seconds a couple times a day, I mean, that can make a huge, huge difference. It may not seem significant, but it very much can be. Really, if you can find a quiet space, go in there, sit comfortably or lie down, close your eyes. Even if you want to do this right now, while you're watching this video, close your eyes and really just sink into the darkness that you see with your mind's eye. Really just soak that in, and it's kind of funny when you're in that state, observing that darkness, you can almost see 360. It's like it fully encompasses you. So you're in that, and really just sit with that for a couple of minutes and really soak that in, and then begin to take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose and really pull it from deep down within you. Use your diaphragm and make your stomach sort of expand and pull that breath down in, and then hold it. You pause there, hold that breath for a few moments, and really just stay as present as you possibly can while you hold that. And then release it. Exhale through your mouth and do it like you're just letting go of a huge sigh of relief. Just, and when you let that go, you're letting go of all that stress, all that worry, all that anxiety, all that fear. You're releasing all of that, and all that weight is just being lifted off you. So do that cycle at least 3 times. Do the breath in, pause, release, and as you release it too, sit there. I mean, it's like you're emptying yourself of all of this stuff. So, after you release that breath, really sit there with that emptiness for a few moments. Um, because emptiness is not necessarily a bad thing in this respect, especially. It's Buddhist philosophy that, emptiness is clarity, basically. So, and with the way that things are right now, I mean, we've got distractions, constantly. So emptiness is absolutely can be a blessing. So really, take a moment and enjoy that emptiness, and then just cycle back. Deep breath in through the nose, pause, release, and just do that, at least 3 times. Um, and again, try to just make time for that whenever you can, even if it's just a couple times a day for 60 seconds. If you're the only few moments that you can get by yourself, if you're getting in the car to go somewhere, before you start driving, take 60 seconds and just do that. And I really think it'll be a big, big help. Um, so try that out. See how it does for you. I think I'm gonna probably wrap this up, but I just wanted to, yeah, sort of impart a few of those things. Um, so yeah, please continue. While this is all going on, while you're at home, take that time to go within. Begin to know thyself again, and really try to project as much positivity out there to the world as you can, because I mean, honestly, the the world needs it, and we all need it, so we can kind of each do our part for each other, for the collective, and I think it's going to be a huge benefit for everybody. um, One more thing. I mean, you might think I'm a little bit kooky, and that's okay. I absolutely believe all of that, everything I said to be true. When I talk about frequencies and vibrations and stuff like that, that stuff is very real. Again, the guy Mark Passio, he uh, he had something else that he said that I thought was very good, and he said, think about a dog whistle. You blow that dog whistle, you don't hear anything. Now, just because you don't hear anything, does that mean it didn't make a sound? No, of course not. So just because something occurs or exists on a different frequency, absolutely does not mean that it doesn't exist. So keep that in mind. Um, and I think if you really give these things a try, and give them a good, honest try, and really listen within, I think you'll really start to feel some of that truth that I feel, and you'll just know. I mean, it's again something I was talking to Jay about. I mean, it's very much just a knowing, and you just know it. You just know it inside. So give that stuff a try, and I'm gonna leave you actually with another quote about truth. This one is from Arthur Schopenhauer, and here's the quote: "Every truth passes through 3 stages before it is recognized. In the first, it is ridiculed. In the second, it is opposed. And in the third, it is regarded as self-evident. So that should kind of say it all right there. Honestly, all my love to you. I truly hope you're well. If there's anything that you need, please, reach out. If there's anything that I can do within my power, I will try to do it. Even if you just need to vent, or you need somebody to listen to you, please reach out. And if I can be available for you, I absolutely will. So again, take care. I love you, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Good night.